Welcome to Africa Moringa Hub. We are celebrating moringa globally as a superfood. And good day, Dr. Nasab Qasim Alrawashdeh. And she is a plant genetic resource specialist and also in plant biodiversity. And she's here today to explain to us a little bit more about experience in the science world. And I would like to ask her, welcome her first, and I would like to jump in and ask her a few questions. But let her introduce herself first to us.
Hello. I want to introduce myself briefly. I am Dr. Nasab Rawashdeh from Jordan, 60 years old. I graduated from the University of Jordan from the Faculty of Agriculture in the year of 1985. At the same year, I get a job in the Ministry of Agriculture in the Al Faisal Nursery, belongs to the Ministry of Agriculture. Work in the field of plant propagation of olive land races, fruit trees, figs, and stone fruits, palm fruits, and ornamental plants. I worked about 14 years in the nursery. After that, I decided to complete my master degrees in the field of plant genetic resources and plant biodiversity, and get a fund from the UN project conservation of agrobiodiversity in Jordan. After I complete the master degree in this field, I transferred to the National Center for Agriculture Research and Extension in Caire. During this period, I work in the field of research related to the plant biodiversity, plant genetic resources, medicinal and herbal plants, and olive trees land races in Jordan. I published about 14 papers in this field. After that, in the 2008, I decided to complete my PhD study in the University of Jordan in collaboration with the Tübingen University GLAUA project in Germany. I complete the PhD with the title The Effect of the Climate Change on the Spatial Distribution of Plant Biodiversity in the arid and semi-arid area in Jordan, Wadi Shaib. In 2013, I get a director of the Plant Biodiversity, Plant Genetic Resources, Medicinal and Herbal Plant Directorate for about 5 years. And I retired in the 2018 from the NCARE National Center, and now I work as a freelance in my specialist field. Thank you.
Dr. Nasab, you are a woman scientist, and I want to know from you, you're from Jordan, and that is very exciting. And what excited you about science to enter that as a career journey for a woman? How did it come about? What was the big excitement there for you?
As I am a woman scientist, the most excitement thing from point of me, as I am a woman and a researcher looking for the truth. And when we looking for a truth, we couldn't find a truth unless we conduct a research, a scientific research to support our hypothesis related to the truth. So I am excitement for the research and conduct a research and writing a proposal to a fund to conduct a research. By chance, I am a good proposal writer and get many fund for the many project during my work in CARE Research Center. And finally, the job, our job required required to conduct a research to support our hypothesis with a scientific research and get a truth and get a result to support our hypothesis.
As a woman in the science field in Arabic, country, how was that challenging, or was it an easy way for you? And how were you welcomed in that field? And tell us how did you experience it, and has it changed over the years, or is it from the beginning very easy and you fit it in well, or were there any challenges or many challenges? This is something that many people are asking. They're asking so many questions, and it would be good to hear from a woman scientist in that career from herself. Thank you.
There is many challenges during my CV in the my job at the two level. At the level of the work, women in Arab country face a variety of gender-related challenges. And there is a gender inequity everywhere. The second thing, the challenges at the level of the family. I lost my husband while in the prime, and I have 6 children. Oh, and I the only spend to my children. And there is no additional income except my jobs at the level of the family. I face the life to learn my children and spend on them and complete my study and work my job in the job center. And I select the research topic. It's very difficult. I also face many difficulties in the field work because the research area or the study area of the PhD specifically, it is a very rugged area and slopey area. This is the main challenges at the level of the family, at the level of the job, at the level of the difficulties of the study, etc.
Thank you. Dr. Nasab, tell me, were you born in Jordan? And what is your views on science globally? And how do you find science these days? Is it very helpful? Is it very truthful? Because there's a lot of contradiction, there's a lot of bad things happening. And what is your point of view?
Okay. The question related where are I born in Jordan and how I find the scientific research globally. I born in a rural community in a village. One of the village belonged to the Jarash Governorate Al-Kitta village. That's far about 45 kilometers from the Amman, capital of Jordan. The scientific research, how I find globally and also locally, mainly the research, and my research is one of the integral part of the global research. Mainly looking for the new information and the truth. For example, for example, there is two sectors of the research. One of the research interested in the production of dangerous weapons for the destruction of the globe. Another research concentrates on to produce and improve the standard of life to the human being and satisfy many basic human being needs and improve the living standard. For example, finding a cure for cancer, a clean form of energy also as example, production of a safe food. Also, it's a good by organic farming, for example. All of these, in my opinion, it's motivated by a human being. And what's the goals from the scientific research?
Great. How did you discover Moringa? What was the first time, or when was the first time when you discovered Moringa Peregrina? And that was obviously in Jordan. But tell us more about that because I think you have a great story to tell us.
Let's go to the next question. How I discovered Moringa. During my job in care, when I in a collection mission in the desert of Jordan, in the southwest of Jordan, I meet a local Bedouin community in that area, and I see scattered trees in the desert, locally called Alban or Al-Yusur trees, utilized by local people as a food by extract their seeds from the oil from the seeds using a traditional method and use it as olive oil, as fresh or in the cooking for the cooking purposes. Also using moringa seeds or al-yusr or alban seeds for when they transfer the milk for a long distance for sale. Put seeds of moringa, some seeds, moringa seeds in the fresh milk to conserve or to inhibit the growth of the bacteria and microbes in the milk and keep them from the deterioration. From that point, I decide to writing a proposal to study the potential of the moringa that used by local people and to show if there is any potential for these moringa trees in the microbe inhibition and the quality of the oil and compare it with the olive oil and study the anti-cancer, anti-diabetics, anti-cholesterol for the memory enhancer. This is my proposal goals, and submit the proposal to the Scientific Research Fund and get a fund to study in collaboration with the pharmacologists from the University of Science and Technology. That's it.
Wow, yes, that is indeed very, very exciting to know that you saw what could go wrong or what was going wrong with Moringa Peregrina, and in order to bring it back, to, I can almost say, life again, and to make sure that it does not, go into distinct. And that is fantastic. And as a researcher, tell us a little bit more about the science and research regarding the Moringa Peregrina.
After I get the fund from the scientific research, we conduct the study in order to evaluate the moringa and the potential of Moringa Peregrina for medicinal and industrial and agricultural uses. After I conduct the research, writing papers and submitted to journals and published three scientific papers that show the importance of these trees and the potential of these trees as a memory enhancer and evaluating the fatty acids of the moringa oil and compare it with the olive oil and the protein of the leaves and seeds of the Moringa peregrina, percent of protein and the amino acids content of the leaves of the protein extracted from the leaves of the Moringa peregrina.
Thank you. Thank you so much, for actually realizing, that the Peregrina has got a very, very, good work out there, and that it can, actually even withstand the extreme heat. I mean, last season, I know it was about 50 degrees Celsius, and the Peregrina was flourishing. It was really, really doing well in extreme heat conditions, weather conditions, and the seeds are bigger than the Moringa oleifera. And tell me more about where are you today regarding Moringa Peregrina, and what is your takings and from your research and conclusions on that?
In going work, now there is no work conducted now related to the moringa in terms of the scientific research, but I make public awareness about the moringa and the potential of Moringa peregrina and writing some short extension message in order to restore these trees in their natural habitats and expanding the planting of these trees in their habitat and protect them in order to get a good chance of job for the local between people to utilize these trees in a sustainable way and conserve them from the threatened factors that expose the trees in their natural habitat, like drought, climate change, and overuse, overgrazing, and do a public awareness for the local people in order to keep these trees and utilized in a sustainable manner. Future work. When I retired, as a person, I cannot write a proposal and submit it to a formal, in a formal way to the institute or non-governmental organization that support the fund to conduct research. There is no research fund or there is no support or grant for a person. The grant must be to an institute or to a corporation. Now I am looking for umbrella, formal umbrella to continue my study even in Moringa or in other plants. In Moringa specifically, I believe that the Moringa have a potential as a growth enhancer, natural growth hormone that's very important to the plant to cell division and cell enlargement, and may be used in the literature. Many literature indicate that the growth enhancer extracted from the Moringa oliefera has a good impact when spray on the vegetable to increase the production, and the production increase by about 30%. So I believe and I interest to evaluate our resources in Moringa Peregrina to extract a natural hormone and get a trademark for this product in order to use in the safe vegetable production by organic farming. This is my main interest, and the Moringa have a potential as a colloidal effect when many people use in the
Interesting listening to you and to be able to understand a little bit more about this. Doctor who understands the Moringa Peregrina so well. And a big thank you to you and blessings to your research forward. And may everything surrounding Moringa and your personal life be beautiful and blessed, and have an absolute fantastic journey forward. Thank you so much for your time and all the efforts that you put into Moringa. I mean, we love Moringa so much, and globally we are celebrating, and at Africa Moringa Hub we are really celebrating, and we are so truly glad and happy that are people like that, like you out there, that can actually, do the research and make sure that just the best, come from the Moringa plants globally. Thank you very much and take care. Bye.